thousand plus 14,700. 14,000. This gives you 55,500. So the solution would be just to substitute these values into the formula that would give you the mean. So mean f of x, total f of x here is 55,500 divided by the summation of frequency, which is 45. So you divide them both. So the mean is 1,233.3. This is your mean salary per week of employees. Alright, moving on further, there is another type of question that occurs. Let us find that. So again, you need to find out the mean in this. They are telling you to calculate mean time in this. So again, you need to find out the mean. Again, the formula is summation f of x divided by the summation of frequency. So you see, what you were doing earlier was a simple case of group data, but group data also comes with class intervals. If you see the data, that is time, it is in intervals like 15 to 20. Like let's elaborate this question a bit. Let's say there is a cycling race going on, and there's a cycling marathon going on, and guys who finished between 15 and 20 were 5. So you guys are getting this interval. This is the interval between 15 to 20 minutes, and similarly it goes on. So whenever you have class intervals, the problem is earlier you were multiplying the frequency by your data, but now the data consists this bracket of 5. So how would you able to multiply frequency whereas this is an interval? So what do you need to do whenever you are faced with class interval questions? First of all, you need to find out a midpoint of your data set. So here we'll go on, and I'll just label this as MP. So here you need to go on and find out what is the midpoint of your data. So what lies exactly between 15 and 20? So you could do it like manually as well. You can see that 17.5 is the exact point that lies between these two numbers. Or if it is confusing to you, what you can do is you can take the average like 15 and 20, you'll add them and you can divide them by 2. So this is another way you can get the midpoint of these. So let's just see if we are right. Divided by 2. Yep, answer would come up 17.5. So if you are confused between what lies between the interval, what you can do is you can take the lower bracket and the higher bracket, add them together, divide by 2. It will give you the midpoint. Again, similarly for this would be 22.5. This would be 27.5 and 32.5, and this would be 37.5. Now previously what we were doing was we were multiplying the frequency by the data, but in class intervals you have this problem because you have this whole data to deal with. So what do? you multiply the frequency by the midpoint you've just taken out. So in this case, your midpoint is called x. So in class interval questions, your midpoint is your x. So moving on, what do you need to do? You need to have this f and x. So this is your f and this is your x. So you'll again create a column that is the product of f and x. So let us go on and solve this. So 17.5 product with 5 is 87.5. Moving on to 22.5 with 10 is simply 225. 27.5 with 20 is 550. 32.5 with 15 is 487.5, and 37.5 with 18 is 675. So there we have the column for f and x. So again, if you look at the formula, they do not need fx, but they need the summation of this, that is the total of this. And again, they don't need your frequency, they need the total frequency. So let us go ahead and first find out what is summation f by adding all these. So this is 30 plus 15 plus 18 plus 5, 68. And let us sum these as well and label this as summation of fx. This would be 87.5 plus 25 plus 550 plus 487.5 plus 675. So your total fx is 2025. Now let us just move on and substitute these into our formulas. In place of summation fx, I can write down 2025, and in place of summation f, I can write down 68. Divide these two and find out what the mean time for every cyclist is. 2025 divided by 68 gives you 29.7. So mean is 29.7 minutes. Now don't forget to write the units. Obviously the data is for minutes, is for time, so the unit is minutes. So you guys can see there are two types of questions dealing with mean in group data. That is the one without the class intervals and the one with the class intervals. So I hope you guys have understood this. Now it's time I give you guys some practice questions. So this is your homework, all details written on it. Thank you.